Halo Infinite.
Halo Infinite.
It's back.
Yes!
Halo's back, baby. Have you played?
So cool, yeah.
How
Not
do you
a
like it?
huge amount, but I have played and it's fun. The main two things that I'm excited about aren't out yet. But what's really exciting right now is the foundation is absolutely there. The game feels great. It looks great. One thing that was just deeply refreshing for me personally, I don't know why I care so much about this, and this hasn't been a thing for a long time. I think I've just been so frustrated by modern, very, very modern last few years UIs that the UI, you load up the game and it's just immediately beautiful.
Right.
Like there's been so many games where like,
You start out in some basement and
I don't even mean that. I mean, you launch the game, you haven't clicked anything yet, and
I
it's
see.
stunning.
Right.
Like the backdrop is absolutely fantastic. All the UI elements, the GUI, beautiful. I know Jaden had some feedback about not being able to find things super well. I didn't really care. I just immediately went into a match because I don't really care about customizing my Spartan too much. Sorry if for the 343 people that worked on that. I'm just whatever. I'm sure it's great. But yeah, it feels really good. The gunplay and stuff is really good. I found some feedback from certain people online that I think haven't played Halo in a long time.
Yeah.
To be kind of funny. They're like, wow, the time to kill is really long. And I'm like, Halo.
Yeah.
That's a thing.
Better put a full magazine of needles into your opponent. Yeah.
The whole idea is supposed to be that it's kind of hard to take a Spartan down. You're fighting other Spartans. So it's pretty hard to take a Spartan down. I think a lot of other people have also forgotten that in Halo, the shields and the health are actually two very different things.
Yeah.
And like, if you remember, I think I played a lot of Halo 2 personally. That was my main Halo game. And I know in Halo 2 especially, the plasma pistol battle rifle combo was like kingly. Because if you had a fully charged plasma pistol and you could hit someone with it, their shields are gone.
Yeah.
And then you could triple shot BR to the head and it's just over. And it doesn't really feel like there's exactly that combination right now. But you do need to mix up the weapons. If you use like Covenant weapons, they're better at taking down the shields, and you use human weapons that are better at taking down the HP, whatever. I don't know. It feels really, really good. There's been some complaints out there that the battle pass progression is like not great or something. Again, this is something I really don't care about because it's cosmetic items, and I'm just trying to shoot some stuff. But Microsoft has already responded. They've already been working on it. They've given like apology rewards. They did a really quick stopgap solution of making it so that there was a challenge of just play a game that you could just do repeatedly over and over and over again for points.
Right. Okay.
So that there was like you could progress a little bit easier right away, and then they're working on a more long-term solution, and they've given some reward for people for dealing with it, which is great. It's free to play, which has its positives and negatives.
Sure.
The
positive is that it's free. The negatives are everything else.
Yeah, pretty much. Every modern game, even like Forza, like a racing game, has like rampant cheating in it. Like cheating in the modern era is insane, and it's worst in the FPS space. So having it free to play makes that even easier. But it also massively increases the player base, which is very good for a multiplayer game. So
yeah,
I don't know. But yeah. The two features that I am most excited for are both not in the game
co-op!
right now. Which is co-op and Forge. A lot of my favorite experiences in Halo are not playing the game in just like a quick match format.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited about Forge.
Yeah.
And then another massive amount of what I like Halo for is co-op campaign. That's also not in the game yet.
Yeah. I'll load it up. I'll download it once co-op's available, because realistically, I'm not going to play a competitive shooter these days. I was never very good, and I'm especially not very good the older I get. So I just don't get a lot of enjoyment out of walking around on the map for 4 seconds, getting headshot from someone I can't even see.
By some dude who's memorized all the locations of all the sniper spawns and whatever else. Yeah. I'm definitely more excited for the other modes.
Like, as long as it's not Shroud or something, which I've literally tried to do, I am pretty comfortable just, trying to shoot a guy who's trying to shoot me at the same time. But for me, I don't have the time at this stage in my life to, like you said, memorize all the routes that someone might take and do all that research, right? Like watching YouTube videos where people are doing this kind of hardcore analysis. Okay, at the moment of spawn, you need to basically start counting 4.5 seconds. And if you can get to this point before that, they can't hit you. So you can get set up so you can just slide down this thing and get in position. And if they've gone this way, you'll probably be able to get like 3 free kills. It's like, I can't.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I can't.
Yeah, that's like all my favorite stuff in Halo is just playing with friends, not online matchmaking personally.
Yeah.
Like Blood Gulch with some buddies.
And you're even good at video games, so that's like a very
You're
different.
Good at video games too. Get over it. What was I trying to say? This is an interesting topic.
Y'all have been watching me for years.
Yeah, you did, and okay, you can't even say that because you did that challenge.
What challenge?
For people to come play you in video games, and you just trashed.
Yeah,
on,
but
like,
those were
almost
like
everyone.
nobodies. No offense, you're lovely people.
That's the audience, man.
I know, and they're wonderful, and I love them.
And you beat them.
Well, yeah, but they weren't.
I'm not saying you're Shroud,
No, you're not.
but I don't think you're
Nobody
bad.
is. Well, it's not that I'm good. It's that they
Conrad
were
says I would
really
destroy
bad.
Linus 1v1 in any game. I don't know if that's true. I think it might be a lot of games because Conrad's one heck of a.
Yeah, any game I
Gamer
think is
boy.
probably a bit of a stretch. Conrad, you wanna put lunch on that? Because
Ooh.
I'm pretty sure I can find a game that I can absolutely shit wreck you at.
Epic. He's probably going to take that. What was I going to say?
He's gonna buy me lunch is what he's gonna do.
Man, I had some. Oh, right. This is an interesting topic and one that I've been somewhat bottling, but with the release of Halo Infinite, I just can't do it anymore because I didn't want people to jump on this negatively because of the Linux challenge.
Yeah.
But this has been a bit of an interesting year with gaming. There's been some good releases. There's been a lot of really subpar releases. A lot of people have been pointing and saying, like, this is kind of the releases that are coming from COVID. It makes sense. There's a lot of disruption in studios, et cetera, et cetera. It's like,
Right.
Okay. There's been quite a few not what we were hoping for games. Microsoft, out of freaking nowhere, drops 3 bangers at the end of the year.
Right.
Age of Empires 4,
Yep.
Forza Horizon 5, Halo Infinite. Each one of them, the communities are very happy with it. That's the thing that matters the most to me. I believe they're all like selling well as well, but the communities are happy with all of those. And like the chance that you were going to piss off the Age of Empires community with a bad release was really high.
Extremely high. It's been
Really
so long and the games are so beloved.
And that's also true for Halo.
Yep.
That's
Mind you,
that's
that
less true
community,
with Horizon.
I think the
but
expectations were lower for Halo.
that's probably fair.
I mean, Age of Empires 3 was a solid entry in that series.
Yes.
The
and
quality,
Halo's been a little down
the
for a while.
quality of AoE had not really plummeted, you know?
Yeah.
So there, I think Age of Empires and Forza were much higher risk than Halo. But Halo is obviously going to be the bigger mover in terms of it being a more popular gaming genre in general.
Yeah.
So the fact that they got them all right is extremely impressive. Maybe just buying every game studio is a strategy. I know Bethesda had nothing to do with any of them or any of that,
Yeah.
but
I think like something else that I want to give them praise for as well, which I don't think was in the notes here, but it was in my tweet feed, was the stability of that launch.
right.
It was like a what do you call it? A surprise launch, as far as my understanding goes. They just kind of dropped it out of nowhere. But I also believe there was like a mass, I think peak concurrence for like 250, 300K on the first day or something. That's peak concurrence, not total amount of players, to be clear. And as far as my understanding goes, their multiplayer was completely fine the whole time. You contrast that with the owners of AWS launching New World and just completely
Yeah, how embarrassing.
failing everywhere. I don't know. It's quite impressive to see Microsoft Game Studios kind of come out of nowhere, because someone might be able to correct me here. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I haven't been paying enough attention. But for the last while, I don't think there's been strong Microsoft Game Studios
I
releases.
mean, Forza Horizon 4 was pretty successful.
That's true. But
Wasn't
like
that long ago.
I believe almost every Forza Horizon, which is borderline just a copy paste of the previous game, has also always done well.
That's fair. It's kind of hard to
It's
go
a
wrong
good
when you're
game.
just selling people essentially NFTs of cars. Okay, they're not NFTs because they're not even unique, so get wrecked.
No, they're very easy to get. It's a fun game. It's a fun game. I'm not trash on it. I'm just saying it's a bit of an easy win.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
The game looks beautiful, and you race cars that are really fast, and they give you lots of dopamine hits by giving you lots of spins and free cars and money and blah 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 blah. So yeah, I don't know. Flight Simulator, yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, Flight Simulator was a big W.
Anyways, either way, I just found that pretty interesting. Windows, on the other hand.
I noticed that Conrad has not responded to my challenge yet. So, Conrad, let me know if you accept, and I will choose a game, and you will be embarrassed. I promise.